All right. So number one, the first thing I would do after I get all the information wrote down would be to go ahead and draw a picture of this roof so I can write my numbers on it and mark down what's on it. So I always start with the dead center, one into the other. On this particular roof, the back side is pretty straight until it comes in here and it has this little thing right here on the outside edge. So what I'm going to do is put that out there. If I wanted to, I could just measure this square like this, but I don't have to. I can measure from this end to this end. So we're going to go from here all the way to the other end and measure that. And then we'll measure the back piece. So because I'm by myself and you can see the ends of the caps run this way, it's a little bit easier to start from this side. So you can hook it on a cap once you get past your 24-foot mark. So measure across, hook in the end. You got 24 feet right to here. This is what I'm talking about, being able to hook right there. So you want to be able to hook that. If it was the other way, you wouldn't be able to hook it. So we got 24. And 24 is 48. 48 and 19 is 67. 67 feet. So from here to here is 67 feet. Now you're going to come down to this bottom section right here. And you know all this plywood is going to have to be replaced. So you're going to have to figure that in. We got 10 feet. That means it's going to be 3 runs of plywood. Or at least 2.5 runs of plywood. By. And it also has that plastic drip edge which I'll replace. 16 is what it measures. I'm going to write down 17 because I'm going to overlap that with my EPDM. 17 feet there, 10 feet there. Takes care of this side. Now I want to turn around and look at this thing and mark what's here. We got a pipe boot. Turn around and look at this thing. Sorry, one went the wrong way. I got a pipe boot here. I have a vent right here. I have an even bigger turbine right here, and I do my turbines like that so I know it's a turbine. That's just a regular vent. This vent here is called a 750, or it's called a slant back. So I'll put a line in it knowing that it's a slant back, not a light or anything. And then we have the chimney, which would be approximately here. Now right now this is my center line of the house, so now I need to mark the front. Now looking at the front, I can see that right over here I have a valley that comes from the top to the bottom. Top to the bottom. Straight line right here for caps. This part here actually sticks out like this. All right, so you have a stick out over there. What I want to measure is this box. And they have a hole right there in their roof, as you can notice. So I've got 12 feet here, and I expect 12 feet there. So 12. I'll run this ridge right out. So that gives us 12 feet. 12 feet. Now I want to measure from here what it comes back to the house. From here to where it comes to the house, which is 10 feet. And we'll mark that down right here. 10 feet, 10 feet. Make sure it looks like a 0, not a 6. Okay, that gives us them numbers. We already know that our ridge is 67 feet, right? So on this other side, we're also going to have 67 feet, and that's going to go from here to there. What do we have to figure in over here? We have to figure in that pipe boot. We have to figure in that pipe boot over there. We have to figure our perimeter for what we're going to have when it comes to drip edge. Oops, don't go all the way down. What did we actually have up and down over here? Let's go ahead and get that wrote down on the ends. This is called the gable. This is the gable end. And 14.5 feet, so you might as well say 15 feet by the time you run that extra shingle up here at the top. So you got 15 feet there, you got 15 feet there, you got 15 here, and you got 15 here. That's going to tell you that's 6 pieces of drip edge right there. So you can do your drip edge just by them numbers. On the bottom, you're going to have 7 pieces on each side, so that's another 14. And then 15, 16, you'll have 18 pieces of drip edge on this roof. I would just order 20. Okay, now, so I've got these valleys. This number right here, 15 by 67, that figures all the way across here. I've got that added in also. So some of this is already figured in from the roof measurement that we did from here to here, but you have to figure for your valley. Your valley is going to have weaved shingles. So what I do to compensate for the extra shingles that I'll need in that valley, I'll go right down here at the bottom of this valley. See how long the valley itself is, which it is over 15 feet, so we'll say 20 feet. Every 10 feet of valley, you're going to add a whole bundle of shingles. So that's 4 bundles of shingles. So 4 bundles of shingles is about 135 square feet. 135 square feet. That's 4 bundles. Now, what I'm going to do next is I've got to figure all of my numbers up, and then I'm going to add 10% to that number for waste. Now, if I have a real cut-up roof, a hip roof, I add 15%. In this particular case, I'm going to add 10% just for waste. And then you have to figure your starter courses going around this thing. And you have around 200, a little bit over 200 feet. You get about 110 to 120 feet per bundle. So I'm just going to automatically say 2 bundles of starters. And then if I've got 67 feet on the ridge, you get 30 feet per bundle. So you're going to need 3 bundles of caps. Not to mention you've got this section right here that you're going to have to add into. So 3 bundles should cover caps on this roof. And I still want to get that measurement from there to here, just to give me an idea of what that total number is. There have been times when I've done it differently. I've done this. I measured from there to the ridge, just stopped right here in the middle and went like 16 feet and made that number 20 by 16, and that covers my valleys. Or like I said, I can just go ahead and add the one bundle per 10 feet. So that's the way I did it on this one. Still didn't get my total number here. Okay, so just making sure that I have enough caps. This is actually 23 feet plus 7 is 30. 3 bundles is going to be super close. 3 bundles is going to be super close, and plus we're going to get ready to do the garage. So you know what, just to be safe, I would say 4 bundles of caps for this job. I have all the information now that I need on this roof to give him a complete estimate for a re-roof. We are hoping like crazy that the flange, because I see so much rust around that thing, the flange is not in bad shape, because that flange right there is one hard flange to get. So we're just hoping that it's not in bad shape. These flanges here, these little things here, we can get them anytime. But without that, you would have water going straight into the house. That is just a diverter. Big hole underneath that. All right, so let's get off here and go over there to that garage and see if we can't measure it up. To be honest, I could probably measure it from here because I've done it so many times. But I'm going to go over there and actually get up on that roof and give you measurements, show you exactly how to do it. And that's going to be one of the easy measurements you can do, because it's just a straight roof. It does have ridge vent on it. All right, let's go do that. Oh, I think, did I miss a pipe boot? Pipe boot, yes I did. One down there by the valley. Pipe boot. This is a bigger vent that does not get replaced. Okay, let's get off of this thing. Let's get off of this thing. I think we've got everything we need here. Definitely time. That corner house right over there, I put the roof on that about 15, 18 years ago. So it's been a while. It's been a while. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can't get this thing moved over. And I am being careful because, oh, that's my Jamie Love. Oh my goodness gracious. Ooh. Maybe I just don't answer the phone right now, and I call her back. How about that? That way I don't have to stop what I'm doing right in the middle of it. I'm working with one arm. Like I said, I just had an operation on one of my arms, my left one, so I'm a little bit slow today. You always want to be careful how you're resting your ladder on the edge of a roof. Now this one does have drip edge, actual drip edge. See that? That's drip edge. That's what you call drip edge. It's aluminum. Looks in fairly good shape. We'll ask the homeowner if that's something he wants to go ahead and get replaced, or does he want to go with what he has because it's not in that bad a shape. Okay, anytime you're dealing with a roof like this, garage. This is the simplest roof you can measure. What people mess up on the most is adding their waste. 10%. Come out short. All right, so 24, 25. We got 26 feet. 26 and 26. That's each side. Then I'm going to measure straight up to this ridge, and anytime my ridge comes short of a number, I add a foot. So 15, we're going to call this 30 feet. 26 by 30. That will take care of the whole entire garage. So if I'm going to put a line down the middle of it, what I have is 26 feet on the bottom, 26 feet on the bottom. Then I have 15 feet here, 15 feet there. See, I'm just writing down my numbers. Got 15 here and 15 here. And if this is 26 feet across here, that means it's 24 foot of ridge vent divided by 4. And that's how many ridge vents you'll end up with. Which would tell me that's about 24 feet. So divided by 4 pieces of ridge vent. 6. Oh yeah, and I didn't write down that plywood on that needs to be replaced. It's 10 by 17. That's 170 square feet. It takes 3 sheets of plywood per 100 square feet. I would probably just say 6 sheets of plywood would take care of that thing 100%. So I'm going to write that down, 6 sheets. Awesome. I think I have what I need here, but very easy. 26 by 30. Multiply that number. You can add 10% for that, and that should cover your caps and starters, or you can just measure around how many caps and starters you need. In this case, I need a bundle of caps and 1 bundle of starters. So 1 cap, 1 starter on the garage. 1 cap, 1 starter. I hope I made this clear enough. I hope this video comes out as good as I hope it did, just to give everybody an idea how to measure for a roof on their house. But you always have to add in that 10% waste for when you're cutting these outside edges and you're going to be throwing away pieces. You will have waste. So